What is up, everybody? So we have the World Championship 2024 qualifiers happening right now. I did like two duels. I just want to just go over one of them because this was pretty interesting. I went 10 turns in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh. It was pretty insane. Like, so we go ahead and start off. My hand ain't the greatest, as you can see. We're facing Rescue Ace, it seems. I don't think that they had any Snake Eyes in there, so it's just pure. What did I just say? It was just pure Rescue Ace. Which, like, I sat here for a minute, waited for them to do all this. Which everything they're doing, they're flying through everything. They end up with Turbulence on board. They banished Preventer and Fire Engine. They got Phoenix and Promethean Princess on board. I mean, they go ahead and set their trap spells and traps. Yeah, they go into the swarm ship. That's where they pass their turn. I just go ahead and just Harpy's Feather Duster just to, so they ain't got nothing to activate here. Go ahead and put this in the back row. Summon my Poplar. They use Impulse, which I'm not sure what Impulse does. So yeah, I just let it happen. Which, I mean, there wasn't anything I could have done anyway. I'll go ahead and set Oak in the back just in case, because I don't know if they have a Nibiru in hand. So I go ahead and grab their Promethean Princess. I go ahead and summon this. This brings back Poplar. Send those two away. They ash it, which is fine. Which I now know that they don't have Nibiru in hand. So I go ahead and summon my own Promethean Princess. Link both of them off into my own Sword Ship. They pop mine, which now my Swarm Ship allows me to resummon. I just go ahead and attack that. They go ahead and get their one spell card back. I don't know what they reinforce. Which this duel was pretty insane. Like, I was not expecting it. I go ahead and throw two away. Add or summon Ash, special summon Poplar. Go ahead and add the Dramatic, which we take 34 here, which is fine. You know, I'm not all that stressing it. I know then we take 15 too. Okay. You know, so we're down to 31. I go ahead and special summon this. Go ahead and just set up all kinds of stuff. Go ahead and resummon stuff. Set the trap card just so we have it. Which this trap card actually comes in handy. I think on their next turn, which we end up making it. I didn't remember what it said for the turns. I go ahead and pop our stuff. They summon that. Which I wasn't sure why I couldn't summon. Maybe I was locked. Maybe this locked me out. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they go ahead and summon this. I bust over everything. I activate this to banish it to pop. They pop their back row. I pop that. I just attack over for 18 and 16, which they're at 4K now. You know, I've taken out half their life points. I negate this just to be sure. I go ahead and throw those two away so I can put stuff in defense mode. I also grab that so I can activate Flame Burge's effect. I take their Turbulence. They only had two cards, it seemed, and then they set a third. Which, yeah, we're on turn 6 now. I go ahead and just set that. They add that back to hand. I just go ahead and crash, just so that's in my graveyard. I just attack it just to do it. I go into a Baronne de Fleur. I negate that. I go ahead and pop that, but then they summon one to tribute it, so it didn't really do anything, which was fine. I pop two. They add a card to hand. Promethean Princess comes back out. I just reset another Flame Burge. I go ahead and put their Promethean Princess in the back row, just so then I don't have to worry about them popping my stuff. Mine's on board right now. They go ahead and set some of their trap card. I go ahead and negate this so they can't add more cards to their hand or to their field. I go ahead and get rid of both of those just so I can have my monsters in defense mode. I add sinful spoils just so I have it, because then if I need to, I could toss it. Which I'm not sure why they didn't pop over this. They could have done so much damage. You know, so here we are sitting at 1,700 life points. I go ahead and go ahead and Lycoris. I add this to hand, which they do this to negate. Which I was like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna attack a bunch. Attack for 1,800. Go into a Zeus. They try to pop it, but then I just get rid of the whole field anyway. They pop it. Poplar puts back Flamebirds. Flamebergs puts back Jet and Oak. I go ahead and activate this, put that there. I summon in, which I know I can't activate the effect, so it's negated. I go ahead and just summon Savage Dragon. Go ahead and put SP Little Knight on board just in case. They activate this. I'm like, no, you cannot. And then I just attack over with Boarload. And I just call it GG's for that one, which that was pretty cool. You know, I didn't just give up on that one. I did change my name to You Bore Me now. Because, like, the duel right before this, like, I sat through, like, I don't know how long I sat, but, like, I was sitting there for a minute, like, they were popping off with Tearlaments and all that, and I was just like, la da da. I walked away for a minute, I was like, you know, maybe they'll be done by the time I come back. It's 10 turns, okay. Which that's random for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Lasting 10 turns, that's pretty insane. But yeah, you know, it was pretty fun. Let me know what y'all are playing for this, which I just kind of just put the Salad Grate. Like, I've only played 2 duels, which I just ended up just dipping out. Like, so tired of waiting on them to play. But see, look, so like the time was 2:09, and then I got to my second one at 2:49 or 2:42. So that was at least like a good like 20 minutes that I was sitting there waiting for the next or before I did the next duel. I mean, I know this one probably started a little sooner because I made it to 10 turns, but still from 2 hours or from 2 a.m. to like 2:42 a.m. That's a good chunk. Like, this duel didn't take all that long, you know, like there was no slow playing from their side. You know, it was just back and forth. They'd attack, I'd attack, they'd attack, I'd attack. You know, so it was pretty quick. This one here, like I don't know how long like they took. It's kind of lame that they're not going to let me show the deck or whatever, but that one took forever. I don't know how I ended up all the way at dual level 10, like just by logging in. Maybe because I'm in plat rank right now. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it was pretty. That was pretty dope. You know, like I was actually glad to be able to play a game where I wasn't having to sit and just watch them play with themselves the whole time. Which I did delete a bunch of my other decks. I'm not gonna be doing the wheel anymore. I tried the wheel and I I would rather just not. Which I did get like I had like 1,000 points or whatever. We got some other cards or whatever. We got this again, even though I don't need this. I have the one where IP's riding Nightmare Unicorn. And we just got a bunch of other random things I don't really care for. You know, but yeah, you know, it's not too bad. I'm gonna try and get more. We're just gonna just try and just keep trying to get cards so we can just maybe one day or whatever actually be able to play the game and be a top tier player. Till then, I'm just gonna just keep gaining gems until I can. But yeah, with that, hopefully y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.